Welcome. Welcome to Okay, so welcome to Secure Boot approach number 14 for Super Grub2 Disk. So today, let's take a look here. Today we're going to bump the version finally because we have prepared everything. Everything seems fine to me. Yeah, so that's what we are going to do. We're going to bump the version and we're going to build this so that we can have a proper release, okay? And that's it. So let's go. So what I want to check first of all is if we have any commits, because I think we use always the same kind of commit to this. So here we should have a tag somewhere. Here it is, bump version. So yeah, so now we should do this same thing, but with this new so let's take a look at our documentation, because there's some documentation about how the hell do you release a new version of Super Grub2 Disk. So I wrote that back in the day, so we want to read it. So probably development. Okay, so look at this, you do that. How does versioning? Okay, yeah, Docker, whatever. Yeah, Docker release build. Yeah, it just ran the automatic, but we should have developing Super Grub Disk daily. Okay. Yeah, so probably we have another file somewhere. Maybe the README one. I'm not sure. Okay, so development, new install. Maybe the install one is the right one that has explanation on how to release this. Maybe it's on GitHub. Okay, let me see. Okay, the builds, and automatic build. Okay, then you have this automatic builder, which it's not okay because we are missing the so let me check if there's something else that has Docker in it, because we might need to update it. So we have development, which I think I updated it with the other directories that need to be here, but yeah, install does not have the right command here. So let me check. So install Docker automatic build. chroot Yeah, you don't know this, you don't need this th root if you use Docker as I do. Okay, look at that. Super Grub2 Disk release team usual procedure. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. However, I want to fix this automatic installer. So let me open this file inside Kate so that it's easier to work around everything. So we have install. We should also have the development file, which I'm going to open right now so that we can play with it. So development, yeah, let's reload and let's put this file next to the one that we have here, install. We can make this into 2. How the hell is this done? Yeah, look at that. This is it. So up here we can open also install. Okay, so down we have development. So I'm not sure if this needs to be here, but although, yeah, development is every day, and Docker release build, it's the same thing as we might document this, because otherwise. So this is the automatic builder, which is not okay. So I think we need to we should have everything into single file and that's it, but even then. Okay, so the automatic builder should be using the same thing as the manual one, but what you want to have here is what the hell is this? 1 second, please. Okay, so yeah, let's run this command, which let's reuse this command, which is the same that it's above. Yeah, so we want to use this command instead of what you have there as the second command. However, there's difference, so you want to use this tag, which is the one for the automatic builder. So you want to update this, and if I'm not mistaken, everything else should be okay, although here we don't have the previous version thing, which, why the hell do you have the previous version? Why the hell do you need it to be here? That's a good question. Certainly you want also this here, which we should update for this version, but so far the previous version is this one. And I think that everything else is okay, because we have you know, we already have whatever it's needed here. So you have the secure boot binaries, which is something new, and you also have the chat 256 amps, which is also new. And yeah, probably secure boot binary should be reset or something, but you know, I mean, if you do it manually, then you don't care too much about this. So you do it in a new folder. You should not be very worried about this. Wait a minute, I have done too much. So I want to create this and I want to run this. So this is basically what you want to do. So yeah, so let me commit this small change. So this is something like install, make sure that the automatic build uses all of the needed directories. Okay. So the next step is about taking a look at the release. Well, maybe this is the release, because here you have everything, but the new version changes. Oh my god. Yeah. Docker automatic build, just use the automatic builder. Okay. So here you have all of the development, all the things that you do, and here you want to release something new in such a way that it's something new, you know what I mean? And this is what we want to do properly, so that explanation is good enough. Okay, so yeah, there's something about, maybe in install it explains, look at this, you have to install Docker. That you can do this in Ubuntu 20.04, install Docker, and then something. Yeah, then the next thing that you want to do is to make a commit in order to change the user IDs, but I don't think that's too much relevant right now. Yeah. Yeah, so the next thing is the release build. So this is something that I want to do properly. So we are going to use the automatic builder, that's right, but instead of this being the automatic builder, this is going to be Super Grub release builder. Okay, let me fix this somehow. So these two here, I'm going to replace them so that this is the release builder. Okay, and so the question is, how the hell do you do, because this previous version is probably used as a way of running this thing here. Okay, previous version, so probably the automatic build, what the hell are you? Probably the automatic builder it uses, not sure if it's around here. Yeah, so the automatic builder it probably uses this as a variable in order to do some stuff. So you have the variable, and then you run all of these comments, and as you can see up here, yeah, you have this tag, okay, which we are going to do manually. But when you build the stuff, what you're going to do is to make a Super Grub official release and then release changes. And the Super Grub official release is going to run source code and everything, if I'm not mistaken. So Super Grub official release, which is somewhere around the sun. Maybe we want to Super Grub official release. Here it is. So Super Grub official release has everything that we have done manually in the past days. Okay, so you have the meta maker rescue, source code, all zip files, checksums in one file, release news. Okay, so this is what it's going to do. This, then this tag, we don't need it, and then we have the release changes. So that's why you have this previous version, which is not used in the look at that. This should be also a variable, now that I think about it. Yeah, this should be a variable, so that yeah, so that when you release stuff, it's on your same directory. So probably I'm going to add this, because I mean, yeah, so that means that the ones that we have, so this previous version, do we have something here? No, we don't. So what about having various values? You just do this several times. Is it? Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to change this right now, but yeah. So the idea is that you run this. Okay, previous version. So let me check whatever I have changed, which I don't remember very well. Okay, so docker run release build. Yeah. Okay. So the release build. Wait a moment. So he doesn't like this final. Wait a moment. No, this is the one that we don't want to change. This, we want to change development. We want to remove one space, and we want to just okay, let me see how the hell do we do this properly. So what you want to do is make sure you explain that you want to use the what the hell is this, that you want to add this new version. Okay, so when bound version commit has been done, we can do this. and also hit push origin. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is not right. Because this is distillation. I need to change everything into MD files because otherwise this is too much stuff that you don't see properly. Docker release development, Docker release build. Yeah, this should not be here. It should be somewhere else. README. And we should have doc directory and put everything there, probably. So we have install, README, install, development, release, release. Yeah, I mean, this is too complex and it's a bit boring. So Docker automatic build. Okay. Should we have the release build here? Yeah, the install has the official instructions on how to build everything because yeah, so we want this into the other file, I think. So this is the Docker release build, okay, and once you have developed Super Grub2 Disk, please check install file on how to make a proper release, to make a proper public release. Yeah, okay, so we need to rewrite all of this because it's a bit mess, if you ask me. Let me see. What do we have around here? Look at that. This is install, hit push origin. Install, hit push origin. I mean, it's here because wait a minute, you need to do something like master, so otherwise this is not okay. So What's yeah, okay, so this is so I think we are going to do several commits and we are going to squash them so that I don't care too much about this, but we need to think a lot about this, because otherwise this is not the kind of thing that it's easy. So the first thing we want to do is to just rename stuff into readme, install.md and so on, and so that you know, and once we have that, yeah, we have a lot of scripts which should be a make file and that's it, but you know, I'm not good enough for this. Maybe this file should be on a tools directory or whatever, and then you run everything here. I'm not sure about that. Okay, so let me see. Let's try not to. Okay, these two files, we don't want them here. Let's try not to do a lot of stuff in one single day. So let's focus only on the translations. Look at that. There's a thanks from who the hell is this guy? This is this should be taken according to the guy from Debian instead of a stolen. This is a file that test. Wait a minute, is there a test file in the repo? Add test file that explains how to test. Oh, look at that. We have oh, look at that. We could add the one that the test that I do for secure boot. That way, yeah. Look at that. So I guess the README has this test file. No, it does not. See the news for a description. That's not right. I am not updating this. Yeah, this is very old. Okay, so let me oh my god, yeah, there are a lot of stuff that it should not be here, if you ask me. We also have to remove a lot of stuff. BM test also, you ask yourself, what the hell is this? Yeah, and this is a way of making a text only way of testing Super Grub2 Disk, which is also nice. Authors, it's also something that yeah, I mean, there are a lot of stuff that needs to be improved. Okay, let's improve a bit this. So first of all, let's have this as a readme.md, because why not? So yeah, we should probably have this as a, what the hell is this, as a link. So this should be news, news MD, we don't use it. So let's remove it. Let's also remove this from the commits. So what the hell is the name? News? Yeah. Let's remove news. Also remove this so that once we add readme.md, hopefully he understands that I am renaming it, but yeah, okay, let me see. Yeah, let's undo this. So hit restore, which is the same thing as checkout, if I'm not mistaken. And then this readme.md, we can keep it. We can keep it that way, I guess. Yeah, so first of all we're going to edit readme. Where the hell are you? First of all we're going to edit readme, and we're going to remove the news reference, okay, such a way that yeah, so here what you want to do is damn it, this is not right. Why does it take so much to okay, so now I should be able to take a look. So check the hit history, especially commits, especially bump version commits, for a description of recent changes to Super Grub2 Disk. Okay, this is Super Grub2 Disk, second version. Look at that. Well, I'm not sure if it's a tool to learn about it, but you know. Okay, so now we can say something like, look at that. So we confirm that we remove news and we have this change. So this is about remove news file, which it is no longer used. Okay, now let's remove readme.md and let's rename everything into So readme, it's going to be readme.md, then test is going to be testmd, then thanks. Yeah, this is not used. What the hell is used on the readme dot? So install should have install.md, translation should be translation.md, development should be development.md. Okay. That is right. Super Grub2 Disk wiki. Oh my god. Yeah, I shouldn't. Documentation. What the hell is documentation? Well, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So first, yeah. Rename documentation files into Markdown. To Markdown versions. Okay. And now we should be able to work around, to play with all of this. So the first thing we want to do is to have links, because this is something that you can do in GitHub so that you don't have to do anything else. So this is a link to install. Okay, that way you can click on it and it should work as expected. This is translation. Development should have the same thing here. Okay, so now this against this is the new, this is the name. Yeah, and this is Super Grub2 Disk because it's myself who says it. So yeah, okay. The second version. Okay, for now there is no much documentation yet. Super Grub. Yeah, we have documentation. Have something on this Super Grub2Disk.org. Help community. What the hell? Community? What the hell is this? Forum, wiki page, forum, how-tos. How-tos. Quick and dirty documentation. How-tos. Yeah. Oh my god. So probably I want how-tos, and but this is not how-tos, or is it how-tos? Wait a minute, without. Okay, and quick and dirty documentation. Yeah. Yeah, but here we don't have the links, so it's not something that oh my god. Let me see, documentation wiki. Fake hybrid, how to make But supergroup this from group. Oh, there is documentation about this. Someone asked something about this. Yeah, I should have a page that I can link this from, because this is going to change also, I think. Okay, so let me for documentation, please look at the Supergroup Disk page at the help section at the top bar menu. Okay, let's do like this. This should not be the wiki. Okay, so we need this to be linked to, because otherwise, although I don't know how the hell is this going to be seen from within GitHub, if you ask me. Yeah, so okay, so each one of these files has their MDs, so this is what you want to put here. So you want everything here to be an MD. Okay. This is for instruction on how to build, how to install, how to release the okay. For documentation, yeah. Yeah, so if you get here, you have to go to the documentation. That's it. Okay, let me check. So the next thing you want to do is to play with all of these files. Oh, let me check this in this file stuff. What about this preview? Oh yeah, probably it works. And this should open. Yeah, it opens the web page, so that's nice. So let's work with install. Do we have find and replace? Finally, no, you don't have find and replace, because why would you have it? So install .md, and this should be Supergrub2. Okay, so let me install .md. Let's figure out what the hell do we have here, so that we can make all of this. Updated instructions will be found somewhere. No, at the wiki. Yeah, okay, let's remove this. This is Super Grub2 Disk. So requirements. This is title. Okay. Let me fix this because otherwise I'm getting mad. Here you are. So requirements. Yeah, so the requirements are a bit sketchy. Also needed uniform mtools. In practice, you can get all of these requirements met in Debian Buster. Is it Debian Buster what we have on the Docker? I think so, but I want to check if that's right. So Docker file, here's this one, maybe. Bullseye. Oh, bullseye. This is not booster. Bullseye. Okay, so what the hell is this thing here? Bullseye. Hopefully I will be able in Debian Bulls you need to run. Here there is the comments from Docker. Okay, so let's go into Docker and let's try to find whatever. So development, yes, I want to close. Here there is a lot of comments that are being used, which, yeah, once you have this, everything else is not so bad. So yeah, so in practice, you know, you need to run this. So we're going to do this manually because this is something that the final user would use. Okay, so wait a minute. Yeah, so install all of this, then you run this, and finally you run this command here. So this is what it's all about. Probably we can have this like this. Yeah, so the idea is that everything is yeah, I think that the idea is that you have this here so that it's obvious that it's the same command. Yeah, this is a bit concerning because you would have to run this what's the thing, you will have to update this in addition to whatever is on Docker, the two Docker files. But yeah, so chroot, yeah, So let's docker automatic build. Let me see. Root. This is going to be difficult to understand, to explain. So I want to remove all of this about building inside the root. Okay. So this and the alternative build also is, I want to remove this so that you've got the root here. Okay. So here we can say something like, what the hell are you? Root. This was the old way of building Super Grub2 Disk without messing with your regular your regular new Linux distro. You were encouraged to use root for both Grub2 Disk and something. These instructions are kept here for historical as an historical documentation, or for those that do not want to use Docker. Okay, so yeah, so this is built with root build method. So you've got here the root bust or something here, and you've got all of these comments. Super Grub2 Disk. Yeah, so this is the setup, booster setup, and this is the build. So where the hell are you? So this is build. Okay, so there's introduction, so on, and that's it's going to be installed here. Okay, please adapt first setup. Oh my god, these comments are here. Yeah, I think I still have this set up on my own machine, but I'm not sure about that. Custom your booter root. So these are like points or something. So this is introduction, then is first setup, then you've got this custom your booster root. Okay, here we have another command that it's here. Yeah. So you add the user, password for the user. Oh my god, how many steps, how many comments. Now you have the Docker and you don't care about anything else. The only thing you care about is that you are exposing all the you are exposing, so what the hell is this? This was are kept for this. You might need, please be warned that you might need to update them to reflect whatever it's done inside of Docker using a more recent version of Debian. More recent release of Debian. More recent Debian release. That's right. So yeah, th root and something. Okay, so this is the build. So once you have managed to do everything, once you have managed to do the root, you need to install a lot of stuff here. So this is no longer needed when you use the Docker, because it's going to be much easier with Docker because you do everything in one go. It's only that we are missing the yeah, okay, so let's clone the source code. They can build their own file. We recommend to build yourself something. Yeah. First of all, we make sure that we are on something. Yeah, that makes sense. Then we will fetch and build everything. Finally, we can just, okay, look at that. If everything went well, you've got some files like this ones. Okay. Oh, look at that. Or we can do this instead. In this case, the file will be found on releases directory. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so look at that. So this is probably when you want this to be in its own section. So you want this like this. Yeah, and then you have this directory here. Okay, we might work on this, but currently what we want is to convert everything into .md, and then we might be able to work on improving the explanation so that it makes sense. Okay, so alternative Super Grub2 Disk. So this is the same thing as this thing here. Yeah. Look at that. We can even have a link to this if you want to. So this should be something like this. So you can copy and paste this here, and then have this thing here with underscores or something. Don't remember very well how the hell was this done, but probably underscores. I'm not sure if this is the way how it goes. Here you have this, which I think it's like this. So do not run group build comments. Rename this. Like this, okay. Okay, there's a typo here, but this alternative build, this non-recommended alternative build something. So yeah. Okay. So these requirements should be yeah, so requirements, yeah, requirements, yeah, yeah. And this, as the suggested build methods, build method is based on Docker, you do not need to install any of this requirements into your own system. Okay, so the suggested build method is based on Docker, so you don't need any of these requirements into your own system. You would only need to install those requirements if you use an alternative. You would only need to install this requirements build method. Yeah, okay, so Docker automatic build. So Docker release build, Docker automatic build. Okay, so let me see. Docker release build. Docker release build. So when a bump version commit has been done, we can so here automatic build. So docker more advanced use, you can check the development file. Yeah, that's right. So docker automatic build. So this is docker requirements. You need to have docker installed and your user needs to be able to create docker instances. Okay, so this should be a link to the new page. Okay, so docker out this is how to build from docker. Thanks to docker. Okay, so this needs to be here. So just use the automatic builder. So we have this command which create this, and this other command here. So how to build, so release version, yeah, just use the automatic builder and update previous version, yeah, if needed. So we can then we just use the automatic builder where we have to update to the previous version. Release tag. Yeah, so this is going to be our Docker release build. So this is inside this thing here. Yeah, so the release build is make sure that you have a new version. Yeah. I don't think you need to push this to the new version. I think it works. Yeah, so as you take a look here, it's the same thing, but you just have release build. So yeah, there's something. So we should have, so Docker release files, what to expect once you have had successful build. So let me check here. How the hell are we going to do this properly? So I think we have, oh my god. So I think we have the new news releases, secure boot binaries. Well, not secure boot binaries because we don't care about secure boot binaries, but so the source code, news releases, and something release. News releases. That's it. News releases and releases. Oh my god. Yeah, I actually have to rename the 206 something. So I'm not sure. Okay, what to put here. So let's use 20S2 beta 7 as an example. So that 20 beta 7. Do we have beta 7 here? No, we don't. Oh my god. Do we have something else? 204S1. Yeah, 204S1 is here. So let me check. What the hell? Yeah, okay, let's do this the other way around, which is news releases, and then just grab 2.0 as one. Probably this help us a bit. Yeah, but the thing that I want to have here is releases 2.04 as one. And yeah, I mean, I want to build this and then document it later, because otherwise this is not going to work properly, because because this is not right, because I'm going to have the source code directory and so on. I mean, the source code directory, no, we're not going to have this, but I'm going to have a lot of stuff so that now that we are doing it, so we need to do it properly. So probably I can do something here which is nice to do, which is okay. So we have this comment here, which, so I mean, we have this install.md. So what to expect here? So whatever. Okay. So let's make sure that we commit this change here, so we can have install nb. I mean, yeah, we should probably check whatever we have done so far. Something. Yeah, so what's the last commit about? Rename. Yeah, so this is documentation improvement. Install, I mean, readme improvements. Okay, so now I'm going to push this here. Now we're going to do something quite nice, which is we're going to create a new tab. I'm going to create something like, let me see, 2062, which is the version here. This is the last one, so this is going to be Super Grub2 build 206S2 attempt. Okay, so we are going to go there, and this is what we're going to do. So we are going to clone whatever is on the repo, which, let's take a look at it. So I think it's here. So we could use the HTTP, but I'm going to use this one because I think it's better, some sort of. So now you're going to see how we have this Super Grub. Oh, look at that! This is Super Grub. So there's there are some steps of the documentation that says please cd into Super Grub2, and that's not right. So we have this Super Grub2. Yeah. So this should be fixed. So let's check this here. So as you can see here on the left, I'm working on yeah, so this should be something like readme improvements 2, because I have already pushed. So here we don't have this new change, and here we're going to have the new tag, which is only going to get here so that we can test all of the process without messing up with our JIT. And if it works properly, we will do the attempt from scratch, and we will say that this is the right thing to have there. Okay, so let me try to build this. So we need to make sure that we use the installation documentation that we have just written here. Okay, more or less, I mean. So yeah, so basically what you want to do here is, okay, so we have already we already have this, we have already played with this. So now we want to do this. So the new version is the new version. Okay, so we should have a commit which says yeah, so we should have a commit which changes the version, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, the version is here. So this is something like that. So this should be beta 1. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is version, so this is going to be bomb version 2.06 beta 1, and whatever the changes you've got here. So we have the commit. Okay, and now we should be able to have the new what the hell is this? The new tag. Okay, but this is local, so we don't care too much about this. This is local. Once we have this local one, we can, okay, let me move everything from here to this path here. because so we want this. I mean, what about if the new SGD, what does happen if the light goes out? We lose everything, and we don't want to lose everything. So here we are, okay, and so we want to go here. Look at that. Oh, okay, yeah, we don't care about this. So let's take a look. So we have done the tag, so we have additional tag, which is this one, this new one, okay, and so there's this that we need to change. So first of all, we want to have this builder here, yeah, which we will make again if needed, because we want to build this again, okay. So yeah, apparently this is reusing a lot of cache because yeah, so that's nice. Now we have this file here, and now we should be able to run this long command, which we are going to modify. So if you take a look at the tags, the latest version, the previous version is this one here, okay. And now this should do the thing, okay. And that's it. And once we have managed to get all of the files, we will put them into the documentation. This is 206. I think they are working already in 208 or so, but I mean, right now I want to work with 206, which is usually used on the distros for secure boot, so I think this is okay. Okay, so apparently we don't have any spam, so that's on the chat, so that's nice, I guess. Maybe the reason why there is no spam is because there is not too many people watching this. Okay, so this is going to take a lot, so I think I'm going to end the video here. Yeah, I mean, no, we are not going to end the video here, but yeah, so we are going to check documentation. So let's do this in such a way that we can use the version here, release build. Why the hell aren't you proper thing. Okay. So the nice thing about having this built in a different folder is that we can play with the rest of it properly, and that's it. Yeah. So let's check all of the rest of the let's check all of the rest of the documentation, because there were more files that were changed. So we probably want to, yeah, so we want here to read improvements to read improvements. We should nevertheless use a newer version of group, I think, but which one? I don't want to, but you know. So hit group. Let's take a look here. So here we have this thing here. So we want to check all of the tags. Oh, look at that. We have group 206. We don't have anything like 206.3 or whatever. So we have the most recent one. I mean, there should be a branch, I guess. Tree, commit, diff, summary. So probably you can check on branches, and you can check. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's the master branch or whatever, or the tree. Oh my god, I CG it. I hate this UI. So probably the master is the most recent one, that's right. And this master branch is probably working with group 2 with something. So this is the commit, this is the tree in this commit. We should probably have a file with a version somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Maybe in conf. Maybe here there's the version of group. I really don't know where the hell the version it is. Maybe this one here, config.h.ein. Doesn't seem so. Core boot docs, group core include. Probably include has something. Let me see, version. No version. Don't we have a comment info? Which is the group version? Well, new deal. Maybe linguist. Oh, readme. This is group 2. Yeah. Install GCC 5. Look at that. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't care. Let's use the latest one, which is 206. And now let's check. Rename this commit here. Has the files that were renamed. Sorry. And these are development install.md. So the development we have not modified it. So let's modify it, and then we will figure out the thing about the UID. Okay. Okay. So development is about what to do when you want to develop supergroup disk. Okay, supergroup2 disk daily. So this is something that you want also to be taken care of, so that everyone can use it. So how to date group installation. Oh my god, yeah. What to do? Yeah, we need to modify this a bit, because this file how to okay. Yeah, so first of all we're going to start with the versioning, okay, so that this is well understood. So how does supergroup2 disk versioning work? Okay, so this is an example for beta, this is an example for stable, and this could be put in this way so that you can understand everything properly. Nice. Up to date group installation. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We also need up-to-date group installation, Docker manual. The thing is that you don't need to yeah, so this is additional documentation because I don't think this is useful enough. So additional documentation. Up-to-date group installation. Okay, so never use a moving target like the march branch. Up-to-date group installation. Yeah, modify group build config so that group to the some also commit that change locally so that the build can use it. That change locally. And then you just run this. Okay, why is this in green? What's the deal? Not sure why this is in green, but yellow I mean. Okay, so the meanwhile this is building, isn't it? Let me check. Yeah, this is doing stuff in the background. So let me see. We were trying to improve this file here. Oh, look at that, we have some porn here. So let's remove this. Remove and remove, and then probably we can report this as pornography so that it's also that's right. So we have this pornography taken away. Release Super Grub2 Disk release instructions. Make sure that you're building Super Grub2 with its own built scripts. Make sure that it's the one you have used to build, usually the case. Update your help to update your grub installation if needed. Run this. Yeah, I mean, run. Yeah, release instruction. This is not right. So what we want to do here is make sure that so we want to take care of install.md because it's there what we have to do. So here we have where the hell you are. Docker release build. Okay, so okay. Then continue with readme docker release build instructions. And this is a link. This should be a link, I mean, which is on readme.md something docker release. So I mean, this is install.md, but apparently this is not right. This is, what's the name? Install.md. This probably needs to be fixed. Then continue with make a commit that summarizes all of the changes from the latest commit. And there was a way of doing this probably with git something, probably in Rescadax we have something like that, but I'm not sure. So something like bomb version to new version. Okay, and yeah, and that's it. And this Docker release, so the README says something like, so the installed so here you have the new version. So here we're going to have an example, so that a real example, so that you can use it if you want to. That way it's going to be better. So this is S2 1 beta. So S2 beta 1, S2 beta 1. Okay, and yeah, so development has this file here. So we have this version. So bomb version to this version here. Okay. So the release. Okay, when you make. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we might improve this, but so far this is what we have. So Docker manual development. Yeah, okay. So this is requirements again. Requirements. Yeah, so these requirements, we are going to remove them. Why? Because they are already found in, and this is the different steps. So Docker build detail so far. So these Docker requirements are please check install.md Docker requirements, which I have here. So Docker requirements, so it's the same thing. Okay, so Docker requirements, and this should be a link also, which we need to figure out if we need to use spaces or something else or whatever. But the idea is that you have this thing here. Wait a moment. As like this, Docker requirements. So here we have the different steps. So Debian minimal installation. So this is develop inside some developing. You want inside of Docker. So you need to save your current work so that when you reboot your machine you don't lose your current work inside of the Docker image. Exit. So exit from Docker, identify your container ID. Okay. Commit your recent changes into it. Wait a moment, this is not right. This should be here. So the steps. More developing. So more developing. Some more developing. Do not run Docker build again because you will do this. And here there's the usual hit the stuff instead. Use local minimal changes. So this is what you do, Super Grub2 Disk, and then you hit pull origin. Yeah. Tip. How to attach to a running container so that you can this is in such a way so that okay, so this is additional documentation, up to date group installation, but you know, yeah, okay. So far this is quite good. So it's more or less more I mean, it's nice, I guess. So what more did we have on this commit? Oh, look at that. Permission denied. Look at that. We need to make sure that yeah. So there's a bug, so that's nice that we find this bug so that we can work on this. So development, install, readme, and translation test. Also test. Why will I? So was test on the readme? No, it was not, but apparently I rename it. Okay, let me see. Where the hell is this? So this last commit is readme improvements. What's the last commit you have here? I mean, I don't want to lose anything from here. Sorry. Neither this and that exist. Yeah, so probably the problem lies here. Permission denied. So bomb version, readme improvements. Yeah, so I can edit this last one line commit. So install md, and we can make an amend here. So there are more files to be improved here. So let's write this down so that the next video is about and the work of rewriting files. Okay, so apparently there is a problem about, yeah, so I want to check group build config if there's something about the users or whatever. So the question is, do we have this thing here? Maybe without so apparently the Docker file you are adding this user, but this is not found on the manual builder. Why is that? Why would you have this on the automatic builder and not in the manual one? That's very strange. So let me check. How the hell do we do this? So the manual one, okay, let me use Kate, otherwise I'm going to get mad. So we have the automatic builder and the manual one down here. One of these days I will be able to have both of them here. So the manual one, let me see. Wait a minute. If 1004 is not found, that means that the manual builder is not on GIT? Or what the hell does this mean? Because we should have, oh, okay, look at that. It's up there, automatic builder and manual builder, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same line. So I'm not sure if this is the same thing. would it grab? Why would grep output different lines? That's interesting. So let's look for 1004 here, and let's look for it down here. See what question is there any difference? And the answer is no, there is no difference. The only difference is that down here you have all of this, and yeah, wait a minute, hit clone, work there, yeah, then CMD. Yeah, the only difference is this CMD is done here, and so you've got this previous version also. Let me check here. New packages for make check. Okay. Okay, so automatic builder has 3. Why manual? Okay, I have to go to the left. Okay, so we have everything into the place. I thought we had not, but we have everything here. Okay, so the question is, what the hell happens with this back? So you cannot create this directory. Why is so? And where the hell does this directory get created on? So we can try to guess more or less where the hell. So make install run okay. So this is just before building. So this is just, so let me check. How the hell is this? So install all, this is when you install the group. Okay, so that means that and that means that you are, where the hell is this? So that means that you are doing this make install, and then the problem relies on the next script, which is where the hell is this? Which is the next script is something something Super Grub official, isn't it? So the next one is Super Grub official release. That's where everything falls apart. So Super Grub official release is here, and you can see that the first command that it's run is Super Grub meta mk rescue, which might be around here if you ask me. Okay, and somewhere around here we have this, which is, look at this. So we've got this SGT-IE ISO release there. Okay, so this is the release there and Super Grub2 Disk version. So if you take a look at the error, is releases and the version, and that's exactly this. And it says you don't have permission. You don't have permission. You don't have permission. What the hell is this? You don't have permission denied. Super Grub2 build releases. Why the hell is this? That's a good question. Okay, let's do some other attempt here. Okay, let's call this 2, although it's not 2, but doesn't matter. I want to run the development stuff, which is please make me a manual builder, which should be the same. I mean, we want to make the automatic one because it's what it's using on let me see. We want to use the automatic one from install.md because it's the one which we are going to use here. So yeah, okay, let me check. Is this, yeah, okay. So what we want to do here is, so here we have, this is empty, so let's clone whatever we have in the attempt one, because otherwise okay, nice. So now we should have this automatic builder. No, that's not right. It's the one for release. I mean, which is the one that we have used here? Super Grub release builder. Okay. So this is what I want to use. So I want to use release builder 2, which should be quite straightforward. And then I want to do something with this, which is I want to run this okay, so wait a moment. What's the difference between this automatic builder? So the automatic builder is going to run this as this user, which we have already created here. However, somehow it does not have any permission to create folders inside of this. That's what I don't understand. Why is this happening at all? So user add sgbuilder sudo. Maybe something needs to happen so that this works properly. Okay. So the problem that I have is that when you have this run IT, what the hell do you run when it's the, maybe that this makes sense, install.md. So the question is there any difference here between these two here? Because yeah, so the automatic builder has some comments, but this one here yeah, there is no difference. The problem is that I'm not sure what's the problem here, if you ask me. Yeah, so I'm going to try to attach to, because yeah, this is this thing, but I'm going to try to attach yeah, so this is here that we have a tick. So let's attach to the latest version of this one here. Which is this one here, not the one which 2. Container, oh, I think I'm missing bash. No such container. Maybe like this. Maybe. So the container that is the most. So release builder. So I think this is not going to work. Yeah, okay. This is not working. So this has exited with an error, which is error 1. Yeah. Okay. So the problem is, I mean, I think that we should not have this problem if we run this manually. So the question is, let me see. The question is, how the hell do we run this manually? No. Yeah. So we have this attempt, which I'm not liking it, but I don't care. Let's just ignore it. And yeah, so let's try to run this manually, and if it fails manually, then it means that something is wrong. Okay, so right now in this new folder that we have, I think that there is no anything in releases. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Releases does not exist. because it's not on the repo. Or is it? Okay, so we have a problem with the repo directories. So we want some directories to be empty, but we want them to be in the Git repo, which are the releases and the news releases also. Yeah, this is not here. That makes sense. You want them, you don't want them, but at the same time you want them. So take a look here. You can see how releases and new releases is not here, but we want them. So yeah, let's check how the hell. So git add an empty directory. So releases, yeah, so we will need git ignore or not. Another way to make the almost empty is to create a file. Let's continue this. The question is releases. When you make, you can't. Hit keep. Yeah, this is what you want to have here. So let's do it. So this should be that we are releases. So we have a new file which is hit ignore. We copy and file this. We also have news. This is quite news releases. This is quite something I wasn't expecting this, but this is what happens when you think that you have everything but you don't have it. And so this news releases and releases. Okay, I probably want to do this like this. So news releases and hit ignore, releases, hit ignore. Okay, so this is all what you need to for this to work properly. So this is make sure that releases and news releases directory are in the repo. Okay, so now we should be able to delete this, hopefully. I wonder if this is deleted or not 5 months ago. Well, okay, so now, yeah, so now I don't care too much. Overlay. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I can remove this attempt 2, and I can focus on this first attempt once again. So what I can do is, yeah, just remove Super Grub with the right permissions. Now I can clone whatever it's needed. No, 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 no. Not this. I want to clone Super Grub2 Git. Git Super Grub2. Yeah, okay. No, okay, yeah, no. Yeah, I want to clone the one that it's aligned. But before doing that, I need to push the current work up there, because otherwise this is not going to work, as you might expect. Okay, so now we clone this from the remote side. We go here and we should use the instructions that we have here, which say somewhere, where the hell is this? So development says, how the hell do you have to release everything? And the way you release everything is make the bump version. And the way of making the bump version is that you edit menus version, menus sd version .cfg. This is going to be S2 beta 1. Okay, and then you've got a commit, which, okay, yeah, you are right, we need to add this. We add this file and then we bump the version to this. Once we have bumped the version to this, we can yeah, the next thing you want to do is to have this local tag, which is this one here. Okay, why do I know it? Because if you go into development, then it says please go to install.md docker instructions. So install.md says the release build needs this tag version, which we have here, and then it's when we run this with the release builder or whatever. So first of all we need to create this, which I guess we have the version somewhere. So this is the one that runs the stuff, and this is the one, the release builder. So this should be quite straightforward because it's already in cache. Okay, and now we should be able to run all of this again. Let's see. So this is a command with the previous version that we are going to run, and hopefully Supergroup release builder. Hopefully this is going to work properly. Okay, now we have the directory. I think we have it. So let me open a new tab. As we have cloned from there, look at that, secure boot binary is root right now, but it should change to whatever we have here in a moment. So yeah, secure boot binaries, look at that, it's root. Secure dash binaries, maybe this is not in the, maybe this is not on here, and that means that, look at that, newest releases secure boot.d and secure boot binaries has been created as root, and that's not right. More test about from the repo itself. And this is secure boot binaries and gets root permissions instead of probably because in my local repo it exists, but in the remote repo this directory does not exist, thus the script creates it, but it does not own it too. Yeah, this is a question that I have, that if whatever is in secure boot binaries needs to have how the hell, maybe like this, secure boot binaries. Okay, so far this is empty. Hopefully it's empty. Yeah, this is empty because we are trying to do some stuff here. So yeah, so I might end here the video and I will continue next day. So we need to rewrite MD files. Yeah, also improve the documentation and Docker files so that we can use custom user ID and group ID, so that it's not always my own 1004. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. So for today we're going to work this way. Hopefully these all improvements are going to improve this is going to improve the Supergroup2 Disk quality, so that anyone can use it to develop it. So yeah, so that's nice. So there's someone that wanted to fork this, but who? Look at that. this? 2019. Oh, this guy is the puppy guy. And he said good question the other day. Steps here. Look at all of this ISOs. Group loopback config. Yeah, this should be the name and that's it. I'm not sure what order is here, if you ask me. Look at that, multi-art CD, Forza Dog. The second partition unit will need, but oh yeah. Look at that. You are lucky. Okay, so yeah, so let's end the stream here. Yeah, let's end the stream here because otherwise. So let's yeah, this is what we need to do tomorrow or whenever. We need to do this so that, and there was a guy who wanted to fork Super Grub2 Disk, but I don't remember who it was, and you know that I should be able to know who the hell it is. Fork. So closed. Bin. It was the guy. If I see his name, this guy here. Okay, so maybe the pull request. Yeah, maybe the pull request. Maybe I should search here. Okay, sure. Sounds familiar. Do you have recent online post with this problem. Okay, I end the stream, okay, because otherwise I'm not going to end it. So thank you very much for watching this video.